An intimidating checkpoint. They sure don't want visitors on the far side of the island, huh?
Too bad it's not up to them. We're taking those gates down. For good.
Security controls are in the gatehouses up ahead. Let's kick in some doors. The first gate is down. The first gate is down.
Taking fire! But it was nothing but...
The first gate is down. The first gate is down. Who to go?
I'll spill your guts!
I need a hand!
Something up
Hostile down. Nice one. Whatever deity is listening, I could use some backup.
Quiet. Let him see you sweat. You see? Whoa, is that a Spartan? Hey, get us out of here! I cannot thank you enough, Chief. Time to turn the tables!
Hello, Chief. What do we have here?
ambush!
Sorry.
I'll show you the meaning of
This place continues to confound us, brothers. Scouts of the Great Spine have confirmed that the ring's efforts to repair itself are well underway. One thing is certain. We need only slow the demon down long enough for this mighty ring to be whole once more, and ours to control. He must be the focus of our forces. When the Spartan is dead, and he will die, there will be nothing left to stand in our way. Shit. spill your blood on this sacred ring!
The gates are down, but if we really want to shut this checkpoint down, we need something a little more permanent. Got it. The primary power source is a generator. It's in a structure on the cliffside above.
Acknowledged.
prophets, and all of the government could not. Humanity's last champion has returned. As we speak, he marches amongst us. The demon hopes to deny us our destiny. See to it that his hope is extinguished. Show the galaxy that at the end of all things, only the banished remain.
The UNSC can move freely across this part of the ring for the first time in months. The Banished just lost some long-held territory. And you took it single-handedly, Chief. If Escharum wasn't worried before, he sure has a good reason to start.
This is a... Hold the front lines while I am gone.
Another fob platform, Chief. Claim it.
This is your last. You gotta kill. Just as I thought. What did he throw?
Remember this next time you think you can...
No more hostiles around Fob Juliet. I think we're ready to claim it.
I need a status report.
We've got 3 heavy impacts in...
Capture confirmed. Another fob secured for the UNSC. Look around. You can see where the ring has been slowly trying to repair itself without the Spire's help. Pretty impressive for 6 months, huh? Imagine what it could do if we left it alone for, I don't know, a few million years. We'll need more data to reconstruct the Forerunner sequence. Let's find the remaining beacons.
Still in hostile territory.
Stone's completed her recon sweep. She located 2 squads taking shelter up north. That's an additional 12 to our confirmed survivor count.
Any sign of the others? Griffin, Tovan, all that.
No, not even at the prisoner camps. They're told it's been over a month since the reverie.
Don't say it. I will not abandon them. We have to acknowledge reality. We lost the reverie. Our last forward operating base is now offline. Scattered, and control of the ring is in Eshrum's reach. We don't have many options left. But we do have orders. Rubicon Protocol.
Stop or slow the banished by any means necessary.
And keep Zeta Halo out of their control. Buy Earth as much time as we can. That's our mission now.
We're in range of a high-value target. It's a group of those skimmer creatures. We don't know much about these guys, but that never stopped you before, right? Another beacon, another part of the sequence. Plan B seems to be working out just fine. Eliminated, but we're not finished yet. Get the crew. We're in range of a high-value target. It's a group of those skimmer creatures. We don't know much about these guys. Great work, Chief. You brought them all down. And we've gained some valuable combat data about the little weirdos. If we make it off this ring, it'll be useful. I doubt this is the last we'll see of these creatures. We'll need more data to reconstruct the Forerunner sequence. Let's find the remaining beacons. No hostiles detected. Let's get this open. Let's see what we have here. Done. We're gonna need to get 2 more samples, though. Sorry, I thought it would be easier.
It's fine. Are you okay?
It's nothing. I just felt like someone was, I don't know, watching me. Still have some beacons left to find before the Forerunner sequence is complete. Which one's next?
We got your back, Chief.
What's their move, Chief?
victory in the human stronghold is complete, Tremonius. You led our forces well. Atriox would be proud. To mark our triumph, local forces will begin at once to establish a new outpost. The first of many on the hallowed ground of our new home. We will build this fortress in the very shadow of their failure. A monument to their frailty and cowardice, where so many of their kind were cut down. Escharum has decreed it be named in your honor, Tremonius, so that it may inspire other leaders to do what you have done. All that remains of the humans are scattered remnants, and so the hunt carries on until the last human skull is crushed. Thanks to your efforts, that day is rapidly approaching.
I'm ready.
Come on, stow it.
Yes, sir. I'm with you, Chief! We'll need more data to reconstruct the Forerunner sequence.
Oscar 128 is down. I repeat, Oscar 128 is down. And we've lost uplink to command. Anyone hearing me out there? Does anyone copy?
Bandit troopers, 9 o'clock.
Open fire!
Telemetry shot, so I have no sense of our position. All I know is that we're deep in enemy territory. Banished hardware is deploying from orbit faster than we can calculate. We're dug in and holding position. We'll head for the rendezvous point as soon as we've got a chance to move. If we get a chance.
not enjoy standing idly.
Chief, let's capture that fob.
Kill a human today?
Dishonor yourself. What mad? Warriors, Glorious, show no fear. I do not need your help.
We could use an LZ out here. Let's secure that fob.
I need cover. I need no armor. I will tear your body apart, dog.
Fob Charlie is now a banished free zone. Hit that terminal and we'll make it official.
Captain Lasky, we need to get you to a dropship immediately.
Fob captured. One more foothold for the UNSC. According to Banished records, we're right in the middle of some of their most active transport routes on the whole ring. These days, they mostly support Escherum's excavation efforts, but for most of the war, it was prisoner transport. Escherum's not going to be happy about losing it.
LZ confirmed. Standing by.
to the fight, huh, Chief?
Chief, we're in range of Captain Valkyris, a high-ranking Brood officer. How about we ruin his day? Another UNSC distress pulse. That means more Marines are in trouble. Let's give them a hand. All clear, Chief. The Marines are out of danger. We'll need more data to reconstruct the Forerunner sequence. Let's find the remaining beacons.
Keep yourselves ready. The demon is I will spill your blood on this sacred river! I am ninja.
Another squad's calling for help, Chief. We can't leave them hanging.
Banished to crappy hosts. Yep, no way.
This fight is over!
Eyes up, Chief. More of them.
Shackles have no point. I will clear.
Wow, that air!
You saved a lot of lives today. These Marines are in your debt.
Hell yeah! Let's move!
You know what I love? Sleeping in freaking door.
Spartan?
Scorpion, the hell are you planning that requires us? You know what, just never mind. Stand by.
Current mine! Give me a call!
I've had too many brushes with death today.
dropped contact.
What do you think those beacons?
I hear you. Let's move, Marines.
Watch yourself. That was a friendly.
Am I glad to see you?
Moving to objective.
Still have some beacons left to find before the Forerunner sequence is complete. Which one's next?
Opening.
Outstanding work.
abandoned us, my child. Brotherhood of Nod has been broken. You are the only one who has not forsaken me. At this very moment, McNeil and his GDI lackeys celebrate their victory in what they are calling the Second Tiberium War. They have the Tacitus, but no understanding of its true purpose. Our technology has failed us. Cabal, is no more.
Listen to the sounds of your own extinction.
Though his memory lives on. Our enemies believe we have been defeated, and that I am no longer among the living. They are gravely mistaken. You and I are all that remain, but all that is necessary. For together we will raise a great army. Together we will show the world's downtrodden who the real enemy is. GDI promises them prosperity, but in the slums of Rio, the homeless and hungry know the truth. They have been forgotten. They have nothing but their anger. We will take that spark and start a fire which will become a great conflagration. Peace through power. The factions in South America follow not out of faith, but out of fear. Fear alone won't be enough to bring the other factions into the fold. Leaders have arisen who command respect and undying loyalty. There is one in particular who plays lord over what is left of the Black Hand, a heretic. His name? Brother Marcion.
There was given to him a mouth speaking great lies and blasphemies, and his name was Cain.
He has a gift. An oratorical gift.
I bring light to the lost and hope to the hopeless. I bring the promise of peace and the prophecy of the power of Tiberium.
His loyalty was unquestioned, and then GDI took advantage of his one weakness, his vanity. They convinced him that he was destined to be Nod's leader and that I was in fact a charlatan. One of Marcion's fanatics murdered my successor, Anton Slavic, leader of the Black Hand. Marcion then led his followers into the Australian outback. His support grew as he spread his false prophecy, creating an army of zealots, a new Black Hand.
His time is done. His legacy, a distant memory, for only I know the true path. Only us!
Since I cannot yet reveal myself, we will use this false prophet to lead the Black Hand back to the light. Find him. Capture him. Persuade him.
Cain was a coward and a traitor who long ago lost faith in the purity that is Tiberium. His violent demise was the result of his own lies and blasphemies. And he will be brought down to the pit of hell, and all there will stare at him and ask, can this be the one who shook the earth and the kingdoms of the world?
Yes, I am the one. I am the true prophet of the power of Tiberium. Brother Marcion will be brought to his knees, and you, my child, will be the one who strikes him down. Show him no mercy, for he deserves none.
Cain!
Yes, my brother. I am still among the living.
No.
What's the matter, my son? You do not seem very happy to see me.
If I knew, if I thought...
You wouldn't have betrayed me. You succeeded magnificently, my child. The Black Hand has been shown the error of their ways, as has Brother Marcion. Isn't that right, my brother?
Yes. My followers, I have betrayed the Brotherhood.
The Black Hand is once again part of our army.
I was a traitor to our cause and the memory of Cain.
Others, unfortunately, have yet to regain their faith.
GDI. They twisted my mind. They turned me against the greatest prophet of our time. One vision. One purpose.
Many would side with us, but they are afraid. Afraid that GDI is too strong. We need to prove to them that our enemy is not all-powerful. We need a grand gesture. Come, my brother. It is time you saw the face of the future.
No, sir, there's no indication of sabotage or terrorism. No, sir, no one has seen any sign of Nod. Look, I'm being told that this was an accident caused by...
Our little demonstration has roused the beast. All over the planet, the people are rising up against their GDI oppressors. The wheels are in motion, but it is not yet our time. We must build. We must prepare. And you, my child, you must move to the next step of your evolution. Even Cabal will pale in comparison. For now, however, it is time to sleep. To sleep. Perchance to dream.
Legion, it is time to awaken. The Prophet prepares for ascension. Tiberium covers much of the planet and continues to grow at an exponential rate. Kane's vision is finally coming to fruition.
Finally, sister? Have you grown impatient with our progress?
I meant no disrespect, Your Eminence. I'm sorry.
Do not apologize, Alexa. Our struggle is a long one. I share your impatience. Welcome, my child. It's good to have you back among the faithful. You will find that Abbess Alexa is very passionate in her beliefs and truly dedicated to our cause. And while you have slept, our technology has advanced tenfold. We are strong and we are united. Abbess, have you told Legion about the Philadelphia?
I was just about to, Your Eminence.
It is the heart of GDI's ion cannon network, and its destruction is essential if we are to recover the Tacitus. I must have the Tacitus, my child. It is fundamental to our future, the key to ascension, for it holds power and wisdom far beyond anything ever imagined by man. Listen to Sister Alexa. She will guide you in your path. One vision, one purpose. My faith in you has been well rewarded, my child, for now we have the technology to implement our next step. Once GDI's northeastern ASAT defense system is neutralized, the Philadelphia will be vulnerable to attack. Soon, all of GDI's leadership will be aboard the space station, attending the annual energy summit. One man, however, must be delayed. Redmond Boyle, a politician as greedy as he is vainglorious. If you raid the GDI treasury, he will delay his journey to the Philadelphia.
You want him to survive?
Oh, yes, my dear. We want Mr. Boyle to lead GDI into the future. Work quickly, my child. There is much to do.
I see you watching. You're always watching me. Always.
They thought we were defeated. They thought I was dead. They let their guard down, and we have taken the beast off at the head. Yet GDI is still dangerous as it flails about, tries to attack. So, I am withdrawing our forces from the eastern seaboard.
We're retreating, Your Eminence?
No, but in their arrogance, this is what they will believe. But we are afraid. We are on the run. While GDI revels in this victory, we will marshal our forces and prepare for the most difficult and dangerous phase of our operation. We are about to tap into an intelligence far greater than any we have ever known. It is time for us to turn towards the heavens. Our guests will be arriving soon.
Archival file retrieval mode. Global search for computer-assisted, biologically augmented life form. Cabal. Legion. Kane has left for Temple Prime and there's a developing situation in the African Red Zone. Minutes ago, I received a transmission from one of our brothers in the field.
Commander, we are shadowing a GDI Tiberium abatement, traveling in the same area. What the hell?
Nod Intelligence believes that this new GDI weapon is called a Mammoth Armed Reclamation Vehicle. It is used to eradicate Tiberium and is heavily armored and heavily armed. If we don't stop it, we could very well lose our foothold in Africa. Kane tells me I can trust you. And I want to believe in you, I do, but I have my doubts. Grave doubts. Nevertheless, I will follow orders.
General Qatar tells me you two have never met, but I'm sure you've heard of her deeds. Besides yourself, she is the greatest military asset we have. The Philadelphia strike was her idea.
My idea, I guess. But it was your vision that made it possible. We should never have been so aggressive. But who dares tell Kane he's overreaching without fear of punishment?
Out. Out! How dare she question Kane? She feigns loyalty and obedience, but do you see how she looks at him? As if she is his equal? If she were here, I would gladly put a bullet in her. But Kane has a more elegant solution. One that would not offend those that support her. I need your assistance, Legion. In the guise of Killian, you must attack Temple Prime. You must kill our brothers, so that Killian can be exposed as the traitor she is. Temple Prime lost. Kane dead. How can this be?
No one can replace Kane. But it is now my duty, my blood oath, to lead our brotherhood through this trying time. And I say there is no time for mourning. We must turn our grief into anger and leave the past behind us. We must put all talk of ascension aside. Our only goal should be to take back this...
Kane?
We will deal with General Qatar in time. Her lack of faith is indeed lamentable, and she will pay for her betrayal. But for now, however, we have more pressing concerns.
How did you survive?
I wasn't at Temple Prime, Abbess. That was simply the bait.
You wanted GDI to use the ion cannon?
Redmond Boyle did exactly as I predicted. After all, he is a politician. And as the killer of Kane, he is now a hero. A hero who has no idea what he has unleashed. Soon, however, the entire planet will know. For the visitors are arriving even as we speak. Only the ion cannon could generate enough energy to create a chain reaction in the liquid Tiberium. The energy released was so extraordinary it captured the attention of our visitors, just as the Tacitus prophesied. The visitors are constructing towers all across the Earth, and we must stop GDI from destroying them, for they will be portals. Gateways to a civilization far beyond our own. There is much for us to learn, my child. Much for us to learn.
You are not human. Kane may trust you, but I do not. Cabal is part of you, but you are far more than Cabal ever was. But Kane needs the Tacitus, and I am loyal to the cause. To him. I will do as he commands. The signal of the Tacitus has returned. You must find the artifact. You must capture it for Kane. I fear, however, that if you do, you will become something obscene. Cabal's cyborg army murdered many innocents, murdered my parents. I pray I am wrong about you, Legion. I pray for us all. I cannot allow you to connect with the Tacitus. I will not let you usher in an age of machines. I will not be your slave. I will not.
What have you done?
It was turning against you. It was taking control.
Doubt me.
Killian did.
Yes, and now she is dead.
Only because I ordered the attack on Sarajevo.
Killian gave that order.
No, that was mine. I ordered Legion to assume the guise of General Qatar and attack Temple Prime. Because you couldn't see how dangerous she was. She would have betrayed you in time.
I ordered her execution. Take her away. Interrogate her. Do not be gentle.
Peace. Through power!
It is as he prophesied. Quickly, go get Kane. Legion has arisen.
The Tacitus is calling to you, my friend. It has roused you from your slumber as I knew it would leave us. The Third Tiberium War is over, and Nod is but a shadow of what it was, but then that is how it should be. For only the chosen few will be allowed into the Promised Land. GDI was determined to wipe us off the face of the planet, and they have succeeded. In bunkers hidden beneath the earth, in red zones in Russia and Southeast Asia, a sleeping army awaits your call. They are the marked of Kane. They are devoted to the prophecy and have sacrificed their minds and bodies to our cause. Half human, half machine, they have been dormant since the end of the Second Tiberium War. They need but one thing. Someone to give them purpose. Someone to give them life. Alexa wasn't wrong about you or the reach of your power. Her fear, however, was misplaced, for you are the future. You are the one. You are Legion. They are like children playing with a nuclear weapon. They have no idea what they have, no idea of its power. Their experiments have rendered the Tacitus dangerously unstable. Do you see how its signal is fluctuating? If we are to secure the artifact, we must move quickly before we lose it forever. Yes, we were tested. But in the end, we held constant, and our fortitude was rewarded. The prophecy has come to pass. At last, the Tacitus is in our hands. It is dangerously unstable. GDI may have damaged it beyond repair. We must put it to use before it is too late. Legion, my child, you are my greatest creation. It is time for you to take center stage. Time for you to achieve the purpose for which you were created. One vision. One purpose.
Philadelphia uplink successful. Welcome back, Commander. Today's threat level is low. The state of the planet is deteriorating. Tiberium infestation has reached critical levels. Red zones have suffered the worst contamination and cannot support human life. Yellow zones are dangerously contaminated, but contain most of the world's population. Decades of war and civil unrest have left these regions in a state of social collapse. The Brotherhood of Nod operates virtually unchallenged in these zones. They take advantage of the chaos to recruit members and disguise their military infrastructure. Nod's leader is a charismatic figure we know only as Kane. Kane is determined to accelerate the spread of Tiberium, believing it is the catalyst for the next stage of human evolution. However, in recent years, the Brotherhood has been suspiciously quiet, with little terrorist activity. The remainder of the Earth's surface is unscarred by Tiberium outbreak. These blue zones are considered the last refuge and hope of the civilized world, and are under the protection of the Global Defense Initiative. You have been assigned command of the GDI forces stationed on the eastern seaboard of the United States. Good luck, Commander.
Commander, General Jack Granger, good to have you on board. These are interesting times. I don't know if you know it, but INOPS has downgraded Nod's threat level to low. With Kane apparently dead, Nod's been fractured by internal power struggles. Recruitment's down 25%, and they've abandoned 4 bases in the last year. The prediction is another decade of peace. I say it's the calm before the storm. 28 years of fighting out, there's one thing I can say with absolute certainty. As long as there's Tiberium on Earth, Nod is a serious threat. If our intel says otherwise, it's because Nod wants us to take them off our radar. That's why I want you to go to North Carolina. Zone security stop would look like a produce delivery truck yesterday, but it turned out to be a Nod vehicle. Before it could be searched, the driver blew it up, himself along with it. I want you to take some troops down there, see what you can turn up. Hopefully I'm wrong and this is just a false alarm. But if I'm right, be prepared for the worst. This is Lieutenant Sandra Telfair. She's from INOPS. She'll give you all the details of the mission. Lieutenant?
Thank you. Good afternoon, Commander. Glad to be of service. Here's what we know so far. After the delivery truck incident, we turned Sky Sentry onto the area. And bingo, we located a high-output sub-Terra energy grid in the middle of nowhere. Obviously, Nod's up to no good. Your ace in the hole is an old base we have there. Bring it back online and you can recon the entire area. My advice is to engage the enemy only if necessary. No telling what those maniacs are hiding down there. Good luck, Commander. I'm here if you need me.
Commander, Nod's clearly planning something, and judging by the size of that force you exposed, it's a major offensive. Now, I've already called for an emergency D9 briefing, but the timing couldn't be worse. All the directors are up in the Philadelphia at that damn energy summit, and
I'm
God
sorry
knows...
to interrupt, General. I've just been informed. There's been an attack on Goddard Space Center in Maryland. We should be receiving visual data any second.
Good Lord. You realize what they've done? Nod's just taken out the entire northeastern ASAT defense system, all our anti-missile capability.
For Philadelphia.
Heaven help us.
And in global news today, the annual GDI Energy Summit is still underway aboard the space station Philadelphia. Our own Cassandra Blair reports on the landmark goals set for this year's summit.
When top administrators return to work here tomorrow, they're hoping for a new fiscal agenda. According to Director Kinsberg, one of the key talking points for this year's summit is shifting resource allocation from defense to ecology, where the eradication of Tiberium is now viewed as a more pressing concern than the containment of...
Excuse the interruption, but we're getting breaking news on the Philadelphia. Apparently, just moments ago, there was an accident. That's obviously something that's gone terribly wrong. We're going to do our best to confirm what we're all seeing, but this time, we have no idea what possibly could have caused a tragedy of this magnitude. We're going to go live now to Cassandra Blair back outside the Northeastern Admin Building. Cassandra.
William, I don't know if you can hear me, but it's incredible. There's so much smoke you can't see more than 10 meters, and there's debris falling all over the city.
Unbelievable.
The destruction of the Philadelphia was not an accident. It was a merciful bullet to the head of a malignant ideology. It was the death of fear and the birth of hope. Rejoice, children of Nod, the blood of your oppressors will flow, and 50 years of tyranny will finally end. Transformation is coming. A new day will dawn. The future is ours.
Unbelievable. Hold on. We're getting breaking news now from our Northwestern affiliate.
And they just came out of nowhere. No warning, nothing. Bombs started dropping. And from what we can tell, there is no sign of GDI retaliation at all. It's just a massacre.
Commander, all hell's broken loose. Nod's launched preemptive strikes in every major blue zone across the board. Most of our troops are pinned down. Our ASAT defense system is still offline, and I have no goddamn idea who's running the show at GDI. This is no time to stand on protocol. The entire northeastern seaboard's been overrun, and we're taking the worst of it right here in DC.
General, they're starting evac procedures.
You go ahead, Sandra.
Sir, you can't wait here.
That is an order, Sandra.
Sir.
Jesse James and Theater Ops will bring you up to speed. It's all on you now, Commander. I need you to take back this city.
All right, Commander, here's the latest. Nod forces are going in for the kill, closing in on the Pentagon. As you know, there is no more vital structure in the region. It is the center of our command and control network. If we lose the Pentagon, it could be the beginning of the end. You cannot let this happen. Good work, Commander. You secured the Pentagon. Unfortunately, the whole region is still in danger. We have multiple hotspots up and down the coast. If you retake Langley Air Force Base, you'll have air support for all the remaining battles. Or you can go after Hampton Roads. Nod's landing troops there. Retaking that base cuts off Nod's supply lines, reducing their ability to reinforce and gaining you access to APCs. With those two assets secure, you can focus on the rest of DC.
Well, Commander, you've done good. DC is back in our control. We also have a new acting director, Redmond Boyle. He's the former GDI Treasury Commissioner. I know what you're thinking, but that's our succession protocol. Everybody above Boyle on the chain of command went down with the Philadelphia. Look, the good news is Boyle's a sharp man with control of the purse strings, and we're going to need every penny we have to win.
Excuse me, General, but I thought you should know. Never mind.
General Granger, Redmond Boyle, this is an honor. Truly. You had no idea I was coming. I apologize, but I was touring the area and I wanted to stop by and offer my gratitude for what you're doing.
Well, don't thank me, Director. Thank the Commander.
Commander, great to have you on our side. Your efforts on the battlefield have been an inspiration to us all, but I encourage us not to rest on our laurels. We cannot be content to simply take back what was ours in the first place. If Nod wants a war, let's give them one. A war to end their reign of terror once and for all. But first things first. Finish what you started here in DC, Commander. Take back the city. Show the world the tide is turning.
Well, less than 24 hours ago, this entire northeastern blue zone was under siege from Nod. GDI forces were overwhelmed, their command center was about to fall, and the free world was literally hanging in the balance. But one brave battle commander led a string of victories in DC that seemed to inspire yet more GDI victories all across the globe.
It's heartening to know that GDI has really come out swinging.
Yes, very heartening. We're putting up one hell of a fight out there. But William, I disagree with your assessment that the outcome of this war is still in doubt. There is no doubt in my mind whatsoever that GDI will prevail. We will have the will, the resources, and most importantly, support of the people. The public wants payback, an eye for an eye. And that's exactly what we're going to give them.
The question then seems to be, can you deliver on this promise? Several conflict analysts are citing your lack of wartime experience as a cause for concern.
I believe in my generals and commanders. They are the best of the best. And I believe they deserve not only the trust of myself and my administration, but the trust of the people. Because that is who we are fighting for, who we are fighting to protect. Undermining that critical bond of trust between a people and their protectors is, I believe, a mistake.
Commander, no matter what you've seen on the news, you mark my words, this war is far from over. We've still got a number of blue zones up for grabs. They could go either way, but that's not what's bothering me. Come here. INOPS has been interrogating some Nod POWs, and they've come across a couple spouting similar threats here. Have a look.
This is only the beginning. Fire will fall from the skies. Disease will waste your bodies. And your souls will cry for forgiveness. When Cain unleashed his fury!
It could be typical Nod rhetoric, but it sounds to me like they're getting ready to use WMDs. That's why I'm sending you to North Africa. If Nod's got the goods, that's where you'll find them. Hopefully a preemptive strike will nip this nightmare in the bud. Oh, and Commander, let's keep this one off the radar. The public's already scared enough. Sanders busy putting all the pieces together. You can get all the pertinent details from Kersey. That'll be all.
Commander, the situation in North Africa is still very fluid. Egypt is the primary target here. We just learned an irrigation plant just outside of Kasabad is a front for a Nod chemical weapons factory. Obviously, we need to shut this down. To the north is the port of Alexandria, where Nod is distributing their weapons to the rest of the world. Unfortunately, it gets worse. We believe that Nod is assembling nuclear weapons in an underground facility in northern Cairo, which may explain why the area is so heavily defended. Anyway, the first step in cleaning up this sector is to take out that chemical weapons factory in Kasabad.
Good, you're back, Commander. The facility you captured in Kasabad turned out to be a treasure trove of information. Unfortunately, the situation's worse than I feared. Nod is building a Tiberium weapon. Dr. Giroux down at G-Tech is leading the analysis team. Doctor, what else can you tell us?
Nod has found a way to weaponize liquid Tiberium. This much is certain. Our raw data is still preliminary, but we believe a liquid Tiberium explosion would have a yield roughly 10 times greater than a 200 megaton thermonuke. Now, with a proper catalyst, such a blast may also create a self-sustaining exothermic reaction.
You're talking about a chain reaction.
Precisely. Any proximate Tiberium deposit, liquid or crystal, would be instantly detonated.
My God, in a yellow zone. That could be thousands and thousands of acres. Thank you, Doctor. Keep me informed. This changes everything. Commander, seizing that liquid Tiberium device before Nod deploys it, that has to become our #1 priority. I want you to take out that port in Alexandria. We can't let them start exporting components out of Egypt. When you've put those problems to bed, then you can focus on Cairo.
Leaked reports of Nod using WMDs has paralyzed an already reeling populace here in Vancouver.
But we've just learned that a series of daring GDI raids in North Africa have eliminated the WMD threat,
driving Nod forces in the region underground. However, we now have word that Nod forces are starting to converge on Sarajevo. There's even some speculation that a new Nod temple may have been secretly constructed beneath the ruins of their old temple, destroyed back in the First Tiberian War.
I'm sorry, but I do not have reliable intel on this new Nod temple in Sarajevo at this time.
That's what you said about the Kasabad lab. But clearly, somebody in the military had that intel.
Evidently. But one simple communications error is nothing to start a controversy over. The situation has been rectified, I assure you. Next.
Does that mean you're now making all the strategic military decisions?
Now that's what I call jumping to conclusions. Look, will I be deciding how many tanks to deploy, what kind of missiles to fire, what color camouflage to wear? Of course not. But I will be involved in all of the important decisions from this point forward. Believe me, Nod will reap what it's sown.
Mr. Boyle is correct about one thing. Nod will reap what it has sown. The seeds of GDI's destruction. Righteousness has only one allegiance, and that is to the oppressed. Our sacred brotherhood, inheritors of this glorious Tiberian world. Look to the skies, my children. A new dawn is rising in the east. Ascension awaits the faithful.
I took an action that I thought to be correct.
I understand, General. But I cannot, I will not, be out of the loop again. Commander, just the man I wanted to see. I've been giving a great deal of thought to our strategy in Sarajevo, and I believe our next move must be emphatic. Nothing less than the annihilation of Nod's temple.
That is out of the question. We've already wasted way too many assets trying to take down that goddamn temple.
Fair enough. But I refuse to believe we haven't learned tactical lessons from those losses.
Our troops are spread thin. We cannot afford any more expensive lessons.
But we can't afford General's hesitation. We all saw Kane's broadcast. Time is of the essence here. GDI needs a major victory. Something the media can get behind and run with. And I, for one, have every confidence that our commander can deliver it. I hope I've made myself clear.
Yes, sir. This mission is ill-advised, to say the least. But if you're going to take it on, you'll need to establish a foothold in the region. Work from there. Kirsty will walk you through the appropriate strategy. Good luck.
During the Second Tiberium War, we set up a forward base in Croatia. It's fallen under heavy attack from Nod. But if you can secure it, we'll send a supply convoy to establish a strong foothold in the region. Once that's in place, we can cut off Nod's supply lines and then mount an attack on Kane's little hideout in Sarajevo. Good luck, Commander. You'll need it.
Well, Commander, I was wrong. You did a hell of a job capturing the temple, and your timing was impeccable. Nod was in the final stages of assembling a liquid Tiberium bomb, but we've managed to secure all the materials. We also have reports Kane and his inner circle have sealed themselves off in a sub-basement of the temple. Unfortunately, the place is impenetrable, so you'll have to sweat them out.
Tell me, General, our ASAT defenses, they're back online, are they not?
You're not suggesting the ion cannon?
No, General, I'm not suggesting it. I'm ordering it.
You realize we're talking about a facility where liquid Tiberium was being manufactured. An ion cannon blast could be disastrous to the region. Sandra, I need Dr. Giroud in Brazil. Dr. Giroud is our leading Tiberian scientist. Hopefully he can talk you out of this.
General, this is a Nod-controlled yellow zone. Whatever the repercussions of the ion strike may be, my concerns are not for the locals of this region. My concerns are for our public, the GDI populace who have been promised payback for the Philadelphia.
For God's sakes, man, don't make this about your political credibility.
Excuse me, General, but Dr. Giroud is missing, and it appears he's been captured by Nod.
Well, that settles it. Commander, I want you to end this once and for all.
Although Kane and much of his inner circle are believed to have been killed, the explosion also detonated a liquid Tiberium deposit hidden beneath the temple itself, producing deadly fallout and radiation levels over most of Eastern Europe. It's still unclear at this time if this was an accident or a final, desperate act of terrorism by Kane. So far, the only response from GDI has been this statement from Acting Director Boyle.
All those innocent lives lost is just unthinkable. But if there's a silver lining to this terrible tragedy, it's the fact that Kane's reign of terror has finally ended. And for that, I think we should all be eternally grateful.
We just got word. JPL Deep Space Net is picking up 6 unidentified objects heading towards Earth at near relativistic speeds.
It looks like they're going to try and enter our orbit. Do we know where they're from?
It's unclear. We started tracking them in the Kuiper Belt beyond Neptune. Thanks.
What is it, Sandra?
The ion cannon's been engaged, sir.
On whose authority?
Director Boyle. Here it is, sir, on Sat-3.
(1537) Eastern Standard Time, 39 alien spacecraft crashed into red zones on every continent. While the source and purpose of these aircraft remains unknown, there's no mystery about their intentions.
Commander, what I'm about to tell you is highly classified information. In 2028, GDI confiscated a very sophisticated data matrix from Nod. It's clearly not of this Earth. They call it the Tacitus.
We've been decrypting it here at INOPS. And all we know for certain is that the data contained a warning about a future alien invasion.
The connection between the liquid Tiberium explosion and this invasion seems, well, beyond coincidence.
Whatever the connection, it's not just blue zones bearing the brunt. Several prominent yellow zones are also under attack, and Nod's been unable to mount a defense.
Which puts the burden squarely on GDI. I'm not going to mince words, Commander. The situation is extremely dire. But you're the best we've got. So I'm giving you the worst mission on the board. Germany. Kersey will show you what you're up against.
I still can't believe this is actually happening. All right, Commander. I don't know how much you've heard about New Eden. It was the first blue zone to be reclaimed from a yellow zone. Since then, it has become a secret research hub for GDI, particularly in Munich, where our future tech lab was compiling a full analysis of the invaders' operations. Unfortunately, Munich is already under assault and the FT lab's been destroyed. Several engineers were able to escape and are in a convoy heading for Salzburg, just outside the zone border as we speak. Commander, that convoy must reach Salzburg safely.
That was nice work, Commander. Looks like these things aren't invincible after all. Of course, I'd feel a lot better about our victory if I had any idea what their agenda was beyond just wreaking havoc. But one benefit of that uncertainty is it seems to have driven Director Boyle into hiding.
Our secured bunker in Reykjavik. That's where you're supposed to be too, General.
Not a chance in hell. We're going to use this time wisely, make some moves without being second-guessed. And you're the key here, Commander. I need you to turn the tide against these invaders. Build up some momentum, just like you did against Nod. Anyone else, I'd worry about putting too much on their shoulders, but you seem to want that responsibility.
We don't have much time. The invaders have spread out from Munich into several other cities in the region. Kersey will bring you up to speed.
The invaders appear less concerned with taking control of our cities than with constructing massive structures in the red zones. Any attempt to impede or even investigate this activity is met with shocking force. Here to shed some light on these enemy structures is Dr. Emil Ibrahim, Research Manager at GDI's Future Tech Lab. First of all, Dr. Ibrahim, congratulations on your escape from Munich.
Thank you, William. It was most harrowing.
I can only imagine. Now, what can you tell us about these strange red zone towers?
As with everything involving invaders, Tiberium is key. They utilize these green crystals in ways we cannot even imagine. We know, for instance, that Tiberium fuels their craft, their weapons, and we know these towers are made of a Tiberium composite material. What we don't know is the purpose of these towers. We have only theories.
Fascinating. Just what are those theories?
Could be Tiberium refineries, missile silos, even a planetary destruction system. We need to get closer. We don't have enough information.
Not so easy, is it?
Not so easy.
Thank you, Dr. Ibrahim. Whatever these structures are, I think it's safe to say they were not built for the benefit of mankind.
Commander, it's hard to believe, but all the data seems to indicate that those attacks on our cities were just a diversion away from the invaders' real agenda, building those towers. We don't know what they are, but we know they've got to come down before they're finished, and that's where you come in, Lieutenant.
The largest tower, the one closest to completion, is in Italy, where this whole Tiberium mess started over 50 years ago.
It's going to be tough, Commander. But if you can take down this damn thing, the hope is the rest will fall like dominoes. Kersey can fill you in on our strategy.
God, I hope for all our sakes this is the last mission. All right, here's what we know. The invaders' tower is located outside of what used to be Rome. As of this briefing, it's almost complete. What's worse is the invaders also appear to be building what seems to be a super weapon nearby. But you can't worry about that. Just focus on the tower. It's protected by some sort of phasing technology. Our best guess is that destroying all 3 phase generators will drop the protective field around the tower. After those generators are down, the tower should be vulnerable to an ion cannon strike. Best of luck, Commander.
Excellent work, Commander. Just as we hoped, your victory set an example for the rest of our forces. Now we've got strike teams all over the board taking down those damn towers.
Actually, we just got word. There's only one tower still left standing. Right here in the middle of the Med, or what used to be the Med. And get this, the only reason why that one tower is standing is because of Nod. They've got an unusually large force there, and for reasons we can't explain, they seem to be trying to protect the tower.
God only knows what they're up to, but that's not your problem, Commander. There's more work to be done in Italy.
The invaders have some kind of control node here. Now, probably not a coincidence this is Ground Zero, the first spot Tiberium appeared on Earth. According to Dr. Ibrahim, this node regulates the flow of Tiberium radiation to all their units. And without Tiberium, the units will stop functioning. Stop the units. Stop the invasion.
Commander, there's something you need to know. General Granger is withholding vital intelligence from you, intelligence that could save your life. Under my guidance, GDI Weapons Tech used the materials we confiscated from Nod to build our own liquid Tiberium bomb, which I've taken the liberty of arming your troops with. Now, Granger, he'd rather have you try and gut out a victory against impossible odds. Why? Because I'm a political threat to him. If my plan wins this war, he's irrelevant. At least that's how the media will see him. But they'll see you as a hero if you end this war quickly. This isn't about me or Granger, Commander. This is about you. This is your time. Make your mark on history.
Commander, I just found out about Boyle's plan. Can't say I'm surprised. But as bad as things seem to be on the battlefield, I need you to resist using that liquid Tiberium bomb. It may end the war quickly, but a blast that size in the world's largest red zone, the chain reaction could be cataclysmic. And here's the other thing. You use that bomb, and we're setting in motion a very dangerous precedent. We'll become dependent on Tiberium weapons, on Tiberium itself. And that's not who we are. That's not GDI. We fight with honor and courage. We fight to rid the world of Tiberium.
Let me tell you who we are. We are the ones the public has entrusted to protect them. We have a responsibility to uphold that trust. Yes, there are risks. Yes, there will be casualties. But this is war against an enemy unlike any mankind has ever seen. If you don't do everything in your power, if you don't use every asset available to end this war right now, then you are failing every man, woman, and child on this planet. Do the right thing, Commander. That's all I can ask. Just do the right thing.
The war against the invaders ended today, but at a staggering cost. A liquid Tiberium bomb detonated by GDI in the Mediterranean Red Zone set off a chain reaction, sending shockwaves thousands of miles in every direction. So far, the death toll is over 25 million people. GDI and Nod. And scientists are predicting even more tragic fallout in the weeks and months to come.
Well, the aliens are gone. All the towers are down except that one in the Med. Combination of two enemies working against us was just too much. By the time we fought our way to the tower, the damn thing was impregnable. Good news is I've been assured it's completely inert, completely harmless. It looks like we may never know what it was built for. Now, as for you, Commander, you're a disgrace to that uniform. Tens of millions dead and your entire force killed in action. I'd court-martial you myself if I could. Unfortunately, your friend Boyle's convinced the media you're a hero, so I can't touch you. You still have to live with yourself. Good luck with that.
What did I tell you, Commander? History is written by the winners.
1 minute to the press conference, Director.
So I'm sure you've heard Granger has resigned to spend more time with his family. That means my first order of business at this press conference is to put you in charge of the military. Stick with me, Commander, and we'll lead GDI to a brave new future.
Welcome to the Brotherhood of Nod. Our relationship with Tiberium has always been greatly misunderstood. Most people do not realize that the roots of our faith extend back several millennium, long before the emergence of the green crystal on Earth in 1995. An event foreseen by our great leader, Cain. The existence of Tiberium was covered up for years by GDI. They call themselves the Global Defense Initiative, but they are actually a fascist political consortium of wealthy nations hell-bent on controlling the sacred green crystal. While GDI suppressed the truth about Tiberium, the Brotherhood worked tirelessly to acquire samples of the precious crystal, to study it, to unlock its potential as a new energy source. The mainstream media branded us terrorists. But in 2019, we exposed GDI as the real terrorists and forced them to confess their heinous sins against humanity. Once the truth was made public, the Brotherhood grew exponentially. People from all walks of life flocked to our faith. We worked tirelessly spreading Tiberium around the globe so that those without would benefit from the vast powers of the green crystal. For our efforts, we were relentlessly attacked by GDI and their army of powermongers. The result was 2 pointless world wars that succeeded only in killing millions. When the Brotherhood could not be eliminated through war, GDI used a more subversive tactic. They unilaterally redrew all international border lines, relegating all Nod followers into inhospitable yellow zones, while claiming the pristine and exclusive blue zones, all for themselves. Now, despite rumors of Cain's death, the Brotherhood remains stronger than ever, our commitment to Tiberium undying. And with your help, we will continue to spread the gospel of the great green crystal.
And he cried in a loud voice, "Lazarus, come forth!" And Lazarus did arise from the grave. I have always believed that faith was measured in deeds, not words. And while many of my children worshipped my name, their deeds betrayed them. In my absence, they strayed from the path, but you, my son, your faith never waned. Not in Honduras or in Jericho, not in the great Rio insurrection. You risked your life countless times to topple GDI, to perpetuate our cause, to honor my name. And now I call upon you again to bring glory to the Brotherhood. I have seen that GDI is vulnerable, bloated by arrogance and complacency. Now is the time to strike. While they congratulate themselves on Tiberium advancements Nod made decades ago, we will expose their weaknesses for all the world to see. Nache will brief you on your mission. Like you, his faith is unquestioned.
So you're the one everyone's been talking about. Legendary insurgent. I hope you're as good as they say you are, Commander. So we're throwing you right in the frying pan. Check it out. This is Goddard Space Center, Greenbelt, Maryland. Ground control to GDI's ASAT system. All of their missile defenses. You're gonna take a small squad over there and wipe out the whole installation. Take the system offline. Now make sure you knock out the communications first so they can't call for backup. Then go stealth and do that nasty thing you do. Wish I could tell you what Kane's got planned, but then I'd have to kill you. Just kidding. But seriously, I envy you, brother. The world's about to change and you're gonna be right there in the thick of it. It's an exciting time to be Nod. If you need me, Commander, I got your back.
My instincts about you were correct. Your execution of that mission was exquisite. I have linked your battle interface with my command console. I want you to have the privilege of starting the Third Tiberium War. The war to end all wars. Go ahead, my son. Push the button. Inscribe your place in history with the blood of GDI. Of war are in motion, our destiny within grasp. But Philadelphia was only the beginning. Our forces will spread like a great plague across the earth. Every blue zone will feel our wrath. But for you, my son, I have reserved the most important mission of all, taking the northeastern blue zone. We have a secret attack force awaiting your command. You must show no mercy. For GDI deserves none.
To watch this 100 times, probably will. But right now, time to take the war to GDI. Take it right into their big, fat, overstuffed living rooms. You got two targets. Andrews Air Force Base or the White House. Man, I'll give my left nut to see some real action. Take one of these targets out myself. Anyway, Andrews is air command in the region. You take it out first, you won't have to worry about that from above. The White House isn't really tactical. They don't run central command from there or anything. But it is an important monument, so if you sack it, you'll create a nice diversion for yourself. Your choice. You can't go wrong either way. Get some from me, Commander.
I was saying how pleased I am with your progress. General Qatar tells me you two have never met, but I'm sure you've heard of her deeds. Besides yourself, she is the greatest military asset we have. The Philadelphia strike was her idea.
My idea, yes. But it was your vision that made it possible.
And our commander who made it happen. Now, my son, you must help me unveil phase 2 of this campaign. I'm going abroad now to make final preparations, but General Qatar will personally oversee your upcoming missions. Afford her the same reverence you offer me.
Kane is correct. We've made good progress. Better than I thought possible at this stage. But we have awoken a sleeping giant. GDI will retaliate with a force that will test our resolve. It's up to you, Commander, to show the world that Nod will not back down. Commander, it's as I feared. GDI has retaliated with their usual shock and awe. It seems a single GDI commander from the northeastern zone has rallied their forces much sooner than expected. Not only have they driven us from these blue zones, they are decimating our yellow zone strongholds all over the map. We should never have been so aggressive. But who dares tell Kane he's overreaching without fear of punishment? Please. Forgive my insolence, Commander. You must understand, I only want what is best for the Brotherhood. The thought of losing this war. No. We will not lose. If Kane wants aggression, we will obey. This worked in the Second Tiberium War. It should work here. You must channel the enemy forces like water in this region. Dam the attacking flow around their targets in Brazil. This yellow zone is our most pressing concern. We have a lab here drawing heavy GDI fire. Kane insists we hold this facility at any cost. I wish I could tell you more, Commander. But even I do not know what is going on inside of there.
Word of warning, brother. Watch your backside. Gillian didn't get to be number 2 by looking out for others. She's got her own agenda. Why do you think Kane didn't tell her about what's going on down in Brazil? I can trust you, right? So what I hear is Kane's building some sort of Tiberium weapon down there. That's why all the hush-hush. We're gonna wipe out GDI in one big bang. Man, is Kane brilliant or what? First things first, GDI's throwing the old monkey wrench. They got troops closing in on the lab as we speak. You gotta hold the line and clear out any forces they have left in the area so we can transport the stuff. As you can see, I'm on my way to Sao Paulo now, Commander. Front row tickets to the fireworks.
Good job, Commander. Not only did you accomplish your mission, you also exposed Kane's plan. Come here, have a look. He's building a liquid Tiberium bomb. See the core spreaders here? These keep the liquid tea from corrupting the casing. It makes no sense. This was Kane's plan to win the war. Why didn't he share it with me? Well, that's not your concern, Commander. I will deal with it when the time is right. We have more pressing concerns in Australia. That's where I'm headed now. I could certainly use you there, but Kane has insisted that you stay here in Sarajevo. He should be arriving back at Temple Prime momentarily. I hope that I can trust you to keep my concerns between us. All right, then. Good luck, Commander. I think we're both going to need it.
Just when we thought we were done. I don't know how the hell they knew, Commander. But GDI just shot down the transport carrying Kane's device, and he wants it recovered pronto. The whole area is crawling with GDI, so you're gonna have to sneak through to the crash site. I'll contact you once you're there. Good luck, Commander. This was gonna be dicey.
Construction is very close to being complete, with the exception of the missing components from Brazil. The detonator and the triggers are in place for a staged radiation implosion in the crystal lattices and the liquid Tiberium reservoirs. However, the blast yield still may not be big enough.
And you will find another detonator. I will not lie to you, my son. GDI has gained the advantage. But as I have told Killian, victory for us will not come on the battlefield. GDI is reacting exactly as I expected, converging all their forces in Sarajevo. Your first job is to retrieve the vital weapons components lost in transit from Brazil. Then you must buy us enough time to complete construction of the weapon. This will allow us to enact phase 2 of my plan. If all goes well, there may soon be a place opening up in my inner circle.
Establishing video uplink.
Nice work, Commander. The recon shows a large GDI force coming your way. Luckily, we've got a base to the north, so your best bet is to hold up there and hang on till we send reinforcements. Send your coordinates now.
They must not live. Unit lost. Incoming transmission. Clear the GDI forces from the abandoned Nod base and escort the device into it. Enemy units sighted.
Steady. In silence. This is the way. Quietly. We move. Quietly. Swiftly. In silence.
Enemy base sighted.
Without trace. In silence.
Enemy units sighted.
It is our path. Without trace. We move.
I'm waiting. Okay.
Yes. It's just my time. I can take care of this. Moving. Nice meeting you. I understand. I approve. Moving. So easy. I understand. Let's get a call. I approve. Just my time. Here's my card. I understand. Okay. I approve.
Militia! Move it, let's go!
Take your time.
If it moves, kill it! All right.
We are the chosen. Hear the words of Cain.
I'm always ready. Okay. I understand. I approve.
Enemy base sighted.
Okay. Yes, I'm here. Moving. I understand.
Warriors of Nod. Honor and death.
Down with GDI! We fight for Nod!
One mission, one purpose.
What's next?
We will be remembered. One purpose. Honor and death.
Objective complete. New construction options. Establishing video uplink.
You must protect that device, Commander. I'm sending you the most powerful weapons we have. The Avatars. Use them to blast your way out. Do not keep me waiting.
Units lost. Incoming transmission. We must protect the device until the Avatar Warmax arrive. Repairing. Construction complete. Cannot deploy here. New bonus objective. Building. Training. Construction complete.
This bike's ready.
Cannot deploy here. Our base is under attack. Building.
This bike's ready. Down with GDI! This bike's
Construction
ready.
complete. Unit under attack. Cannot deploy here. Repairing.
This bike's ready.
Building. Unit promoted.
This bike's ready.
Enemy units sighted. Construction complete.
The great plan unfolds.
This bike's ready.
Units lost.
It is Cain's will.
Our base is under attack. Unit under
This
attack.
bike's ready. This bike's ready.
On hold. Cancelled. Building.
Let's get out there.
Construction
This way.
complete. Cannot deploy here. Building. Our base is under attack. Unit under attack. Repairing.
Come on.
Construction complete. Unit promoted. Building. Training. Construction complete. complete. Our base is under attack. Enemy units sighted.
The Scorpion's ready.
Building. Repairing.
The Scorpion's ready.
Unit under attack. Unit lost. Repairing.
The Scorpion's ready.
Repairing. Our base is under attack. Enemy units sighted.
The Scorpion's ready.
Repairing.
The Scorpion's ready.
Repairing. Repairing. Construction complete. Obelisk deployed.
Ready.
Building. Repairing. Our base is under attack. Repairing.
The Scorpion's ready.
Construction complete. Insufficient funds. Repairing. Unit promoted. Repairing. Unit under attack. Repairing. Our base is under attack.
The Scorpion's ready.
Unit lost. Repairing. 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 Harvester under attack. Repairing. Enemy units sighted. Our base is under attack.
Ready! Tank division, advancing. Let's take them on. What are we waiting for? Run them
Unit
down!
under attack. Unit promoted.
Attack them!
Commander, a reinforcement approaches from the east. Unit lost.
Of course I'm ready.
Reinforcements have arrived. Unit under attack. Objective complete.
Full power. Receive. There, Daddy.
Our base is under attack. Incoming transmission. Escort the weapon north through the GDI encampment for delivery to Temple Prime. Protect the weapon with the Avatar Warmex.
Clean it up.
New bonus objective.
They're done.
Unit under attack.
Done. Destroy.
Our base is under attack. Harvester under attack.
Engage.
Avatar upgraded. Objective complete.
Pull back! Things are getting ugly!
Intelligence data updated. Unit under attack.